Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on this brand new LA Girl Tinted Foundation. Super excited to be testing this out for you guys to see if this is worth your cash or not. But before we get started, I do quickly want to introduce myself. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka The Mexican Beauty, and I make videos on all things beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. I would love for you to go hit that subscribe button. Also, please don't forget to hit that post notification bell because I will make sure you never miss any of my newest uploads. Also, please don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, The Mexican Beauty, and also TikTok, The Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here on YouTube, I'm posting some really amazing content on those two platforms. So let's just go ahead and get started on this review and wear test. Okay, so I already went ahead and moisturized. I just used my Fenty Skin Hydro Visor SPF 30 because you guys know moisturizing and adding your SPF is very essential. And I also just really love the fact that my skin still looks like skin. I also got my lashes back on, so that's why I'm looking super snatched right now. If you live in the DMV, check out my girl Winked by Evie over at Winked Lashes because she is amazing. I'll have her info down below in my description box. People always ask me like, what lashes are you wearing? These are lash extensions, honey. So I'm gonna be taking my primer. I'm gonna be using the One Size Secure the Blur. You guys know that I always use this primer. It's a really nice primer, and I'm just gonna be applying it in the areas where I have those enlarged pores that I want to take care of. This will really give a very gorgeous, effortless skin vibe, especially because this is a tinted foundation. So it's gonna be a little bit more, less coverage than like a regular foundation type of situation. And I think it does have a little bit more of a medium coverage finish, but we're about to get into it. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this foundation. So I think this is really new because I literally saw it on TikTok and I was like, wait, I need to check this out. So I ran to Ulta. Luckily my Ulta had it, which was shocking because they never have anything at my local Ulta. But this is supposed to be a buildable natural finish foundation. It is sheer to medium coverage. This does retail for $8.99, which is really good. You guys know LA Girl is very affordable. It's supposed to be hydrating. It's paraben and fragrance free. It's a lightweight formula. It also does have a precise tip for a mess-free application, and it is added with provitamin B5, vitamin E, and ginseng root extract. So I did pick this up in the shade Warm Sand. Really curious to see how this does. You guys know that so many brands have been coming out with their tinted moisturizers. Now this is a tinted foundation. You guys know Morphe just did it, and I actually have it right here. So we just have a lot of tinted products this year. So this does contain a full standard 1 ounce, and let me show you guys what it looks like. Very self-explanatory packaging. So you guys can see that like nice tip for precise application. We're gonna start off with our sponge. I'm using here the Araceli Bella sponge to apply it on this side, see how it does with the sponge, and then the brush on the other side. So I'm gonna bring you guys up close so we can really get into this skin right here. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do this. I don't ever really do this, but I just kind of wanna see if this would apply it better. So let's see. Ooh, I see the product coming out. Very runny product. Hopefully this shade's right. It's nice and pigmented though. It's very fresh. Has a little bit of radiance. Okay, I think this shade actually may work because I feel like I've been picking up a lot of like orangey shades. Like I don't mean to, but all the shades that I've been picking out lately for myself have been just a little way too golden for me. My complexion has been a little bit more on the neutral side, and I think the shade actually is working well, and it's not oxidizing from what I'm seeing firsthand. So you guys saw how I applied it on straight to the face, had no issues. I know some people feel weird about doing that. I'm not using this product on anybody except for myself. So for me, I don't mind just applying it like this. But I just really applied it like that strictly so you guys can see how it does with this applicator. If you do apply it straight to your face, I'll probably be applying it to the back of my hand because that's how I apply all my products, and then I go from there. So I'm just gonna go with a little bit more product. It is a very lightweight formula, as you guys can see. Definitely runny consistency, but it's still super pigmented, which I really appreciate. Just first impressions, I really like how this feels. It gives me a very effortless, almost serum-like consistency that feels very nice on the skin. And you guys can see, definitely gives me more of a natural finish. It's still applied really nicely with the sponge because you guys know that sometimes with the sponge you can get a more natural look because of the fact that the sponge can soak up some of that product if it is damp. So for me, I feel like I'm still getting great results, which I really like. So this is the skin. It looks very nice, fresh. It looks like it could honestly just be my skin because of the way this is laying. It's not clinging onto any of my texture or any of my dry patches, which is definitely a positive thing. I think it gives me a very natural finish. It's not giving me too much of a dewy finish, but it's not giving me too much of like a soft matte type of finish. It just looks like skin. Definitely did a great job of covering my redness. Like I mentioned, this does claim to be a sheer to medium coverage, and I can see how it can be sheer if you use less product. Perhaps you use your fingers or use a sponge, but it definitely does build up to a very healthy medium coverage that can honestly, if you add a little bit more, if I were to add a little bit more on this side, it could be built up to full coverage. But I'm not gonna add anything more because I think this is just the right amount. And if anything, I'm gonna go in with my concealer to add a little bit more color and dimension, and then I'm good to go. But I'm gonna go in on the other side. I think I'm just gonna use the back of my hand. And I'm gonna be taking my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This is my absolute favorite foundation brush from e.l.f. and it's so affordable. I wanna say it's like $6, but look at this pigment. This is what a sheer finish would look like with this LA Girl tinted foundation. And this is what more so of a medium coverage finish would look like. So still both very beautiful. And even though I went with that sheer finish over here, like it definitely does a good job of concealing my redness. So that's, if you were to leave it just like that, looks very healthy, very skin-like, stunning, right? Very impressed so far. And definitely gives me like serum-like consistency when you're applying it, in case you're wondering. Like it's not too creamy, but it's not too runny. It's like just the right amount. So I'm gonna add a little bit more on this side, and then of course I need to get this forehead because I wasn't able to cover it with just that one pump. And of course the forehead, I don't really take that much product just because the forehead is pretty evened out, so I don't really need that much product, you guys can see. So if you have pretty evened out skin, you're not gonna need that much of this product. I'm very impressed, honestly. I'm gonna keep saying that because I've noticed recently that with tinted moisturizers, I know this is a tinted foundation, but just with tinted products, I've noticed a lot of them are tending to like gear more towards like that orangey shade. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's harder to do tinted products because you have a limited amount of them and they kind of like supposed to stretch out to more colors that I'm not getting like my perfect shade. But this tinted foundation is giving me my perfect shade. I really like how this is looking. Sponge side, brush side, both look beautiful. I do have a little bit more intense redness on my nose because I do have rosacea on my nose. So it's not gonna cover that completely, but I'm not too worried about that because I can just go in with my concealer and spot conceal any areas where I kind of want to add a little bit more coverage. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back, give you guys my very first impressions and thoughts on how this works with my other products, and then we can go ahead and start our day because I am really excited to see how this is going to do for the rest of the day. Okay guys, so I am back. I finished my entire face of makeup and I am ready to talk about the LA Girl Tinted Foundation that I have right here. Really impressed with how this looks on the face, to be completely honest. Like I feel like everything went on so beautifully with this foundation. I will have all the details of what I'm wearing on my face listed down below in my description box in case you guys want to check them out. But I am just really impressed with how beautiful this tinted foundation looks. It looks like skin, but the fact that this is $8.99 and you get a really good quality consistency in the formula and it just feels like skin is definitely a really good sign, especially considering how we're just starting off this wear test. So that's always a good thing to note. Another thing that I really like about this is that it's not sticky whatsoever. That is one of my biggest things, especially for foundations or tinted moisturizers. When I'm wearing them in the summer, I don't want something that's too sticky because when it's too sticky, it literally just feels really heavy and gross. So I like the fact that with this, it just feels really nice on the skin and it looks really nice on the skin. It becomes one with the skin truly and looks beautiful. I'm very pleased with it. Color, I think color looks fantastic. We're about to see the natural lighting so we can really see how it looks. But this is just giving me all of the great tinted foundation vibes. I'm gonna carry on with the rest of my day. Right now it is 12 and we're gonna wear this until about like 5 p.m. and then we can go ahead and see how this is looking. Really excited about this. I'm gonna run a bunch of errands, step outside so that I can kind of get like that hot heat on me and see if it melts or anything. LA girl, so far very impressed. Let's continue this wear test. Okay guys, so here we are in natural lighting. The color is like a perfect match for me. You guys can see how that color is so perfect. We do have a little bit of that natural radiance from within, which I really am enjoying right now. And you guys can see, look how it looks up close. It's not clinging onto any of my textures whatsoever. It just looks like beautiful summer effortless skin. So I really do appreciate that. Hey guys, so I am back right now. It is 8:30 p.m. I went way over the time that I said I was gonna go. I was originally gonna go up until 5 p.m. but I'm like, let me just go further because I really wanna see how this does. So this is what the tinted foundation by LA Girl is looking like. I have to say, it looks still pretty nice, honestly. It does have some radiance that is peeking through, so that's definitely something to note, especially if you are somebody that does have very oily skin. It's typically in all the areas where I tend to get dewy, so like around the nose, the T-zone, I can just go in and blot it. So I am gonna go ahead and take my little brush and just kind of blot it out. And even when I blot it, the product doesn't separate or pick up, which I really appreciate, and I wanted to see if it would do that just because I feel like with products that are more lightweight, I notice that it tends to separate or just look cakey if you do go in and blot it with whether it's a blotting tissue or blotting sheet or like powder and a brush. But this seems to be doing perfectly fine, so like it still looks really nice and in place when I just powder it away. And then once it's powdered away, it literally looks exactly how it did when I first apply it. Fresh and ready for a few more hours of wear if I really wanted to. So I feel like for the person who has that normal to combination skin, I think you will enjoy this. Even somebody that has like normal dry skin, I think you will also really like this. I think this is definitely geared towards the person who likes that nice everyday your skin but better type of makeup feel. That the formula is super customizable, so you can definitely have it be like that sheer finish, but you can also have it be that medium, and then you can also even build it up to a full coverage consistency because the formula is so nice, lightweight, and pigmented. It's like that serum-like consistency almost. I definitely think this is worth checking out if you are looking for a very affordable tinted foundation at the drugstore, something that's not going to be like it's too much, but it's not gonna be like it's too sheer. Like you can really make it your own, whether you like a very natural finish or whether you like a more full coverage finish. I think this will be a great foundation if you're looking for something all around. Like if you're looking for your everyday makeup and then for your going out makeup, like it works. It really does work, and it worked great with all my other products. So I have to say for $8.99, I think this is worth checking out. Definitely recommend it. And they do have a pretty decent shade range where they cover a lot of different colors, so that's very important. Obviously, I will have all the information down below in my description box. I will also have my shade references in case you guys are wondering what color you would be if you do fall around my color. I feel like this color in Warm Sand is like perfection, so highly recommend this. I was super, super, super excited to try it, and I was not disappointed because this looks beautiful. And I keep saying for $8.99, I mean, we just scored a winner here. So those are pretty much all my thoughts on the new LA Girl Tinted Foundation. Let me know what you think of it down below. Have you tried it? If not, definitely go check it out at your local Ulta. You're not gonna regret it. $8.99 is an amazing deal for what you're getting in there. So that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy watching this. Let's move on to continue doing more of my foundation reviews. And I think that's it for today. So don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll see you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.